Donald Trump is getting more scared day by day as the war with Iran is escalating and possibly getting worse.
Keep in mind, there's also the deal with Iran that's been being negotiated for weeks. In fact, maybe even 2 months, some would say. Keep in mind also the ceasefires that weren't going well. And Iran struck a few air bases that broke MQ-9s, MQ-1s that cost millions of dollars to repair. And they're spending $900 million a day.
Iran is also telling that the conflict may no longer stay confined to Lebanon or the Israeli-Iran shadow war. If Israel continues military action in Lebanon, Iranian officials are warning that pressure could expand into the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which is one of the world's most important maritime choke points.
Maritime choke points.
That matters because it sits near the route linking the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden. So even a threat there could affect ships moving between Europe, Asia, and the Middle East.
Now, as we've seen, Donald Trump closed the Strait of Hormuz, which wasn't good. And as we know, Donald Trump just wants all of this for oil.
Yes.
He's impacting the markets. He's impacting gas. He's impacting food. We made a whole video.
And he's losing his mind overall, going over Truth Social, posting 50 tweets in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Completely.
And even that, weeks before that, he did 300 tweets at 3 a.m.
Posting AI-generated images to boost his ego.
Yeah, some would say AI slop, but we also know he's trying to put his face on the $250 bill,
Yes.
which would have to change the law for that, which is, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Also, the Strait of Hormuz and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait are strategically important because they are narrow passages that carry a huge share of global commerce. If traffic is interrupted, the effect is not just military. It can also raise shipping insurance, delay cargo, push oil prices higher, and force navies to reposition assets. In practical terms, a threat to either strait is a threat to global economy, not just to countries directly involved.
Now, as it mentioned, push oil prices further. Oil is already really up. Gas itself is up 41%.
41%. Or more.
It could be 50 at this point.
Groceries are crazy.
Yeah.
You know, the stock market's, Bitcoin's dipping, everything's crashing.
As we've said in other
gold's
videos,
going up.
The average man that's trying to provide for his family that has kids, it's a living hell for them.
Yes.
Gas is through the roof. I can't imagine working construction job, or if you are working construction job, maybe you are, and you have to drive like 30 to 1 hour a day, like just to go to the job and then come back. That's a lot of gas.
Yeah, and I don't think the administration really thinks about these people.
Because these guys are billionaires. They don't care.
Yes.
We're just peons to them, basically.
The talks with the U.S., Iran's message about negotiations is just as serious. The warning that it may halt talks with the United States means diplomacy is becoming conditional on the fighting in Lebanon stopping. That turns the conflict into a broader bargaining crisis. Military action on one front row can now directly freeze diplomatic progress or another.
Keep in mind, talking about military action, I think I mentioned the U.S. is currently spending $900 million a day just to fund this war.
Yes.
Imagine the other wars that's currently going on right now in the world.
And we know a lot of people which were on duty, 409 people were on duty, got injured from the strikes from Iran.
Yeah.
And vice versa. People are dying from both sides.
It's not intelligent. Both people didn't want this. Both sides. The people of Iran and the people of the United States didn't want this at all.
No. Also, Iran is trying to move from indirect pressure, proxies, and deterrence into a more open phase of conflict if the current situation continues, which I think it will.
It could.
That does not automatically mean a formal war declaration, but it does mean the theoretic. It becomes more explicit and more dangerous. When governments speak this way, they are usually trying to signal that their red lines are close to being crossed.
Keep in mind, last night, Donald Trump, in an interview with his daughter, mentioned that we possibly have a deal, which he's been saying that for so long now.
Yes.
To be honest, I don't think there's a deal anytime close. I mean, Iran has agreed to some stuff, so maybe it could escalate well, but...
Listen, the reason the United States started this.
Yeah.
So why would Iran just back down? It would make him look weaker.
Yeah. Now, the airbase that was struck in Iran had MQ-9s and MQ-1 drones. These cost a lot of money. So not only is the war being funded basically $1 billion a day, but the costs of MQ-9 and MQ-1 drones cost a lot of money. They add up.
Yes. If MQ-9 and MQ-1 platforms were involved, that points to a level of capability and targeting sophistication that raises concern about escalation, response options, and force protection, which is huge in this war. Why drone attacks escalate fast? Because we're not in the 1980s anymore. These wars can end fast. Drone strikes are especially destabilizing because they can be hard to intercept. One can arrive with little warning and often blur the line between harassment and a serious strike. Once a base is hit, commanders have to assume that the next attack could be larger, faster, and more precise, or a timed hit to personal or aircraft. That increases the chance of retaliation, which in turn increases the chance of the conflict spreading.
Now, talking about possible getting worse, there's been talks for decades now that Iran has a nuclear bomb.
Yes.
I don't think they do. And even if they had one, they would have used it a while back.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But right now, with the current situation, no need to be using nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
This could escalate fast.
Unless other countries join in.
And then nuclear war, then what do you know? Other countries are getting involved. Then what do you know? World War III. Then what do you know?
And the population's cut by half.
There you go. Iran is warning of a broader maritime disruption. Iran is also threatening to end talks with the US.
Yeah.
A military base has already been hit by drones. The conflict is no longer just diplomatic or theoretical. It is already active and expanding. The bigger picture of all this is the kind of crisis which is happening is one that can end quickly and affect another one. A strike in Lebanon can lead to maritime threats. Maritime threats can affect global trade. Drone attacks can provoke retaliation. Retaliation can kill negotiations. And once diplomacy collapses, the space for miscalculation gets very smaller.
Oh.
The simple version of all this is the clearest way to understand this is Iran is warning that the war could spread, the United States talks could collapse, and drone attacks on an airbase shows the conflict is already moving beyond words. The danger is not just one event. It is the chain reaction that can follow it.
Now, okay, let's be honest. If this war would spread, it's pretty much over.
It is.
I mean,
what's happening right now, they're going back and forth. I'm stronger than you. No, I'm stronger than you.
But you have to keep in mind, Iran is also fear-mongering a lot.
Yes.
Especially on
more than the US.
Yeah, more. The US has actually been more normal than Iran. Like, Iran is just posting bombs and bombs on Twitter.
Yeah.
And nothing's happening. So
if I feel like they had possession of a nuclear weapon, I don't think they would be fear-mongering.
yeah, they would have just used it immediately.
Because they know that they can deal damage.
1000%.
And as we know, this war is escalating day by day. This could get worse or better. No one knows. And I pray for you guys' safety at home all the time. I hope you guys are doing good and safe. As always, this has been T and Matt on The Berube Show. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Take care out there. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.